but I just can't seem to get me sleep. Oh, I'm not getting sleep anyway. I don't sleep too much as it is, especially when I'm charged. My brain is charged up at 100%. I'm watching some poker after dark right over here. First things first, my name is Kenneth Bird. My company is Black Series Edition LLC, Crystal H Technology Screens, our new FLE technology. Man, I tell you, last couple of days have been a burst of information on developing just crazy technology, like just crazy stuff we're going to be working on. So right now we have the lighter screen, and I got the ingredients right now to develop. I want a rear projection screen technology, a black front and rear. We don't have one. We literally don't have one. I need one that's dedicated just for that. And that's what we've been blessed with. We just got a few minutes ago from our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to develop a black front and rear. Now, we've had these things before, but this is going to have FLE technology embedded into it. It's going to be quite impressive. I'm looking at, I already got the ingredients. It's already in my head. It's right there. It's right there, right there, right there. We had everything here. We just put it all together just a few minutes ago. It's sitting right there, the technology I'm talking about. This is a front and rear technology I'm going to be working on pretty soon. Trying to find something that kind of describes. So we're building an Infinity One invisible screen. That's what we're putting together. Or screen paint. Trying to find something that sums up to how I want to design the work for this thing. We have that some kind of mark, some kind of label on it. So we have the first formula here. We got two. We're blessed to get two formulas on this new technology. Two of them. Getting the other one right now. I'm actually right now, God's telling me exactly. We got two of these that we can engineer and design. Man, we got the gamer over there. We got the invisible technology over here. We got a lot going through. Let's see. Oh. Let me see. That would be perfect. That's definitely perfect right there. That's it. That's all we need. We're going to have soon an invisible black screen. I had black screens before, but this one's quite different. This one's definitely a lot different than the rest of them. I don't know if you're saying, but you got the gamer over there. Oh, we're working on. We got the gamer already down pat. Gamer's down pat. Gamer's doing exactly everything it needs to do. Gamer with knockout certifies. Gamer is ultra short throw compatible. Gamer's automatically weatherproof. Gamer's done. Gamer has everything it needs to be done. All I have to do is just put it against a couple of certifies, and that's it. Gamer does exactly what's designed. Gamer's working in a commercial environment with no problem. So yeah, it's time to move on. And what I'm seeing here, I love invisible technology. I love it so much. What we can do with this stuff. I mean, of course, this stuff would have so many applications. So, of course, it would have projector mapping applications and visual effects, submersible capabilities, stuff like that. Black Milky Way. FLE. 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 Invisible. Invisible. Infinity. Infinity 1. Black. Black. FLE. And because it's invisible, it has so many applications we could do with this thing. Let's see, invisible, invisible. Invisible, invisible. Infinity. Infinity. I think here I'm going to be developing my most interesting technology. Infinity 1. Infinity 1. Black. Mass of a chemical. Oh, shit. Let me see. Chemical mass. Chemical mass. The gradient between the mass and the amount of substance measured. Simple compound. What is the chemical mass for black? Another word for black involving universe. Greek for one.
In Greek, that's ennos.
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 Ennos. Ennos. Ennos.
Ennos.
Ennos. The meaning of ennos. Interesting. Another name for a black star. And a black hole is a star. Spectrum meaning a black star. Perfect. But the other one is definitely perfect. I need let me see. Right, that one. I'll keep that one. I want something a little bit more darker. Reverse it back. Oh, perfect. That's better with that one. Memorize what that was. Invisible. PI. Invisible. Just move on. Give me a nice border. FLE Infinity 1 black. Okay, shrink on that. Notifications are going off. I posted this invisible technology on a forum site, so they're in there getting giddy. So what in the world is he working on next? Working on something. That's the first stage of it. Beginning stage of the technology. Just give us an idea of exactly what we need to work on. I already know the advancements we got to put in. I had 2 copies of the ingredients. Let me put this one over here so it stays out of the way of the camera. You can see my reflection on the other end. There's some in my socks. Sometimes I take my boots off when I'm working. Interesting. Fits right through. That's stage 1. This will be stage 2. there. Other side. Get up there. Other side cancels it out. The reason why, because that's the shiny part of the back side of the screen. That's where you're gonna have the part that's not coated on the plexiglass. So that one right there is going to come up and show a little lamp glare that's going to push off on it. But the side it doesn't, it's not shiny, it's actually coated. This side is the one that the lamp glare is not going to come up on, because there's no shine to it. It's only shine on the other side because, again, it's the side that's not coated. It's plexiglass. So it cancels that out altogether. It does give it both front and rear capabilities. Fish tank. Screensaver. Well, it works. It picks up white light and all. It's got this special technology embedded to it to make it do so. This is going to be an interesting screen. I think the only surface, well, actually, when we do rear projection screens, the only surface that you should be painting it to is basically a transparent surface. You should never be painting this to a surface that's not transparent, because that's what these are designed for. Anytime we have a formula that can push right through a surface, never ever use it on a surface that's basically non-transparent, because it's not going to work correctly. But you're going to have to put in a huge, massive disclaimer. Now, see how the lamp glare doesn't even push through, how you can't see it? Yeah, that's what we want. See, the lamp glare completely gets canceled out. Where if you're dealing with a clearer screen, like this one's much darker. If you're dealing with a clearer screen, then you're going to have the lamp glare transfer through. This is why you have to know what you're doing. So that's a clearer screen right there. Now if I come over here and I lean down, you'll see the lamp glare push through. That's why when you're working with a particular screen like this that has a coating on it, what you do is you advise them to use either a lenshift projector or to use a projector that is ultra short throw, because it cancels that out. But this is the one I'm going to work on. We have this already down packed. We know exactly how to design it. It's good. This is going to be a more clear version of it. But then I do want the black dark version too. So it was designed today. And we got our new label here for it. And I'm going to put down rear. So we'll start with that small surface first, and then we'll blow up to a much bigger screen size for display, with stand, the whole 9 yards, everything. so we can bring it out to play it when we go on site. I think you're going to get a kick out of a jet black screen you can push through. So I'm going to put down in this description here. I need to go to text. Text. And we need to put down. Throw. And here, ultra short throw. And this is ultra short throw. Something else I'm going to put down there. Short throw. Ultra short throw. It's definitely weatherproof. Especially put down waterproof. So this technology will have, of course, projector mapping applications. I have to put this here. I can basically put this in the specification sheet. We don't need that. I don't want to take away from my label. Really don't want to do that. I'm going to keep it nice and dark where it's at. That's perfect. Right. FLE. Invisible. You did put down that VIS, invisible, infinity. One black. Okay, let me see. I won't be leaving the office until late. I've got this project I'm going to be working on. So, yeah. I do this beautiful design for this new technology. Definitely yes. Yeah, I find it interesting that some people do come on and log on, but majority of these people come on basically are just curious what we're doing. Trying to figure out how to make our stuff. I can't tell you enough that you can't steal from a Christian at all. Can't take from him. It's not meant for you to have. The reason why we have this is because God gave it to us. No matter how many times you tell them, at the end of the day that God gives us this technology, they still try to figure it out. Which I find it interesting because God knows what you're going to do before you do it. Before you even try it, He knows what you're going to do. And you would never figure it out, not in a million trillion years, on how it's done. Because that's our blessing that God gave to us, our blessing. It's not meant for people, not meant for other people, it's meant for us. That's why He gave it to us. But you had people try with all their heart, try to figure out exactly how did He do it. And they come here try to figure out what we're doing and what we're up to. You can't figure it out. It's not meant for you. You try all you want, it's not for you. Alright, let me see what I want to put here. Let's see what capabilities this thing is going to have. So we'll start off with, get all this stuff out of the way. Cancel that out. We're going to go with, fully ultra short though compatible and weatherproof. Fully ultra short throw. Fully ultra short throw. Abbreviation in there. Fully ultra short throw. And fully ultra short throw compatible and weatherproof. And weatherproof. That didn't come out the way I wanted it. And weatherproof. And weatherproof. And weatherproof. FLE. Where you had just folded you up a few minutes ago. Just folded you up. I put that document, piece of paper right there fast. Quick, I know how to watch myself. Got a habit of putting things up in the weirdest places. Where are you? Where did I put it at? I mean, I know I got things. It's in my head already, but still, trying to figure exactly what I'm doing with it. It's not there. Oh, here it is. Right, FLE. FLE, invisible. Invisible. Infinity. Info sheet. So let me see. For the weatherproof, definitely ultra short though compatible. For front and rear, let me see. Fully. Okay. Planet to shut down. Projector mapping applications. Projector mapping applications. Projector mapping applications. Projector mapping applications. Projector interactive technology. Projector interactive technology. Projector interactive technology. Projector technology. Underwater submersible technology. I have to specify what do you mean by underwater submersible technology. Rear projection capabilities. Rear projection. Rear projection capabilities. Copy. Rear projection capabilities. Projector Lumen capabilities inside. Projector Lumen capabilities inside. Projector. No, keep hitting that. Why are you hitting that? Projector. Projector capabilities inside. So we can get this thing activated at 50 lumens. That'd be nice. We can get it activated at 50 lumens. Inside, starts 50 lumens. 50 lumens. Inside. Outside. Roughly depends on what time of the day it is. That's the problem. Gonna have to test that before we put that in there. You know what time of day is actually. Fully ultra compatible, fully weatherproof, projector mapping applications, projector interactive technology, underwater submersible technology, rear projection capabilities, projector lumen capabilities inside. We'll start at 50 lumens. Let me see. Visual effects, special effects technology. Compatible with visual effects and special effects technology. Compatible with visual effects and special effects technology. There we go. Don't cut me off. I'm still talking. Visual effects, special effects technology. Give me this. Not too sure if they're compatible. Application information. Application information. We killed the mouse. I literally killed the mouse. Which means the mouse is dead. I got a backup on here. I got a backup here somewhere. Oh, tells you how many hours I put in. Yep. How many man hours I put in basically typing and everything else under the sun. I already killed the mouse. We got a wired one here somewhere. There we go. Go. That one will charge that one up later on because it's right now. Let me see. Underwater submersible technology. Did you put in application? No, you did not put that in. Mouse died on that part. Okay. So here we should have projector lumens. Let me see. Underwater technology. Rear projection capabilities. No, that's not it. Okay. We didn't put it in. Okay. Projector paint on application information. Projector. Which is another better way of putting it. Nope. Let's cap that. Projector paint on application information. Alright, it's perfect. Let's go put that here in our specification sheets. Now, for those who are saying, how can you say that so fast? We develop rear technology. We do it all the time. This stuff's just a little different. It's a little more advanced model than what we're used to making. So do this before we've done it. So this stuff looks like on a rear projection at 50 lumens. It looks like a TV, doesn't it? This thing is crazy. It's a 50 lumen projector. And it's reading on both sides. So yeah, this is going to have some very interesting qualities. So people can use it for all different types of things. With the equipment we already got coming in, yeah, we're going to be doing a lot of stuff with this. So I'm already going to turn my desk into this. Already. This is exactly what I need for my desk. It's perfect. So I'll be dragging and drop, pulling out a pen, writing all over the screen. That's what I plan to do. As a matter of fact, we can literally do that test because my phone has the capability. There's a pen in it. I can basically mirror it to the projector and write on the screen, which I'm probably going to do. Do me a small recording of it. Let me see. Application. Now, of course, yes, it has to be sprayed on because you can't roll these on. You'll damage your screen. Let me see. Spray on application. Only. Should I understand that? Only. Come on. Seriously? Give me what I asked for. Why you keep giving me a 9? Let's see. Only. Should we cap that? Yeah, it's capped already. Only. Okay. Spray on application. Only and spray on should be capital. Out. Get out of there. That needs to be capital. You know, it's funny. I'll write all this in and somebody will come in and copy my work and say, hey, I wrote it myself. Yeah, right. How does it feel to copy somebody else's work? I have no idea what that's like. Let me see. Spray on vacation only. Let's see. It's pretty much all needed from there. Let me see. Should we do a multi-coat layer application? Yeah, okay. We might do a multi-coat application. Okay. Multi-coat layer application. So this has several stages. If we want to make the screen lighter, you can see we have several different stages on basically how many applications it takes to coat each one. This is what I tell you about that people who claim to do rear projection technology, they don't know what the freak they're doing. because they're literally supposed to have a specification sheet with this information on it. So if a customer contacts me and says, hey, how many coats would I need to get it this dark or that dark or this dark, we got to know that stuff. So if you do an application that is basically like a light, you got to have a certain projectors for those. You can't just run any projector. You're going to have problems at the end of the day. You know, blinding people with lamp glare and everything else. So we do advise people to contact us. We know exactly what projectors they're using, what projectors they're going to be sitting at. All that stuff has to be known. You know, come off looking like an idiot. Multi-layer application. Meaning how many layers to lighten or darken the screen. Meaning how many layers to lighten or darken the screen. Anytime you put up there, it has to be, you have to tell why. Why can't it be used with ultra short throw projectors? You just can't put up there, oh, it don't work with ultra short throw projectors. Why doesn't it work with ultra short throw projectors? What happens if I run on ultra short throw projectors? Is the side's going to get dark? Now a viewing comb effect? Like, what's going to happen? You can't just put stuff up there for the sake of putting stuff up there. You got to know why it does that. And the reason why they don't know why, because they don't know why. That's what that comes down to. They don't know why. I've asked that question multiple times. I asked that question on the Frankenstein mix multiple times. It literally says right there, you can't use it for home use. What happens if you use it for home use? Because the last people I've seen with that stuff had it in a home. So what happens? I wouldn't recommend it for home use. That's to try to make it sound, to hype it up, to do something for it to be more than what it is, to make it sound more technical. Stop doing that dumb nonsense. Meaning, okay, meaning, right. Okay. Multi-layer application, meaning how many layers to lighten or darken the screen. How many layers? How many layers? Let's clean that a little bit more. Layers of paint to lighten or darken the screen. Light application, projector requirement. Light. 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 Paint on coating. Coating. Paint on coating application. Projector requirement. This is required on lighter screens. Lighter screens require certain projectors. Ultra short throws, they don't give off a lamp glare because of the mirror reflection, and lenshift projectors because they can be mounted high and the image can be dropped low. Image drops, the glare from the projector doesn't. It goes in a completely different direction. I know it sounds kind of crazy, but it actually works. Let me see. Okay. Requirements. Projectors. Projectors need it. Short throw. And projectors with lens shift capabilities. lenshift capabilities. Darker layers, no special projectors required. Darker layers, no special projectors required. One of the tests you have to run when you do a darker layer, this is why it's important to have 5,000 lumen projectors, because you're going to have to take that projector, stick it close to the screen, and see exactly how much of that lamp layer is going to penetrate through that surface. This is why you have to have multiple projectors. You can't just have one or two projectors. You literally need multiple machines in order to do these tests. You can't just do it on two machines or one machine. That doesn't work that way. Comes up with these ideas. You have to have multiple projectors. Any place I went to and they had projector setups, they had tons of projectors sitting in the back room. You have to have tons of projectors. Unless you're just doing it like the new pair of shoes or the favorite pair of shoes, you're just using that just one over and over again. Let's see, darker layers. Darker layers, no projector, no special projectors required. Required as in ultra short throw. Because you have to tell them why. What special projectors are you talking about? What do you mean? Is there a special projector I need to know about? There you go. You're going to explain why and what projectors. Let me see. Darker layers. No special projectors required as an ultra short throw and lens shift capabilities. Shift capabilities is not needed. And then shift capabilities as an ultra short throw and then shift capability and then shift capabilities. Let me see. Fully weatherproof here. So yeah, widgets and colors and all that, vivid effects, viewing comb. As I've seen, viewing has no viewing comb, not on the light one or that one, because I can literally turn to the side, which I was doing most of the side back and forth. No viewing comb effect. But viewing comb effect mainly is going to pop up on ultra short throw applications, not so much on long throws. Not going to have that issue. It's the ultra short throws that get plagued by that stuff. Let me see. Darker layers and capabilities. Should not be a comma there. That's the end of the sentence. That needs to be a period. Let me see. Can't really test it outside. Basically, have to run some tests on that. Do a time of day things will trigger outside. Layer application. Submersible technology. Meaning behind submersible technology. Meaning surface on top of that. Surface information. What surface can you paint this onto? All surfaces must be transparent surfaces for it to work. This is why I advise people read through the instructions that we put on the site. Just don't click a shopping cart and go crazy. Basically, read through this stuff, man. That's the reason why we put all this stuff up here. Surface information. Simple and plain. Transparent surface only. Simple and plain. Can't get any more plain than that. Surface has to be transparent. Light has to pass through it. It's very important that that works that way. We do that. Like it doesn't work. Did you use a transparent surface? No. Okay. No knockoff projectors, please. We don't support them. Well, I feel sorry for people who own these knockoff machines, man. At the end of the day, boy, none of our stuff, we won't support that stuff at all, period. So I ain't gonna do it. Nope. Surface information, transparent surface only. Only surface. Transparent surfaces. Surfaces. Transparent surface. Cap on there, buddy. Surfaces only. Punctuation mark in there. Boom. Let me see. Submersible. Screens can operate under fully. No, that doesn't come off too much. Screens can operate it when submerged underwater. You didn't really get that at all, period. Screens can operate when submerged underwater. Screens can operate when submerged underwater. Screens can operate when submerged underwater. That's why we got the tanks over there. Gotta back it up. Back it up, back it up. Let me see. Submersible technology. Why? Screens can be operated when submerged underwater. Perfect. Let me see. Right here. Gain is going to be FLE technology. So here we'll put in, basically I need this up here, to tell you the truth, honestly. Gain is going to be FLE, which is going to be, I might change this one. I'm going to make this an FLE G. FLE G. Let me see. I want that one. FLE G. I want to make something a little different with this. A little different. Change it up a little bit here. Come on, man. Give me what I asked for. Seriously? I didn't ask for that. I asked for this. Give me what I asked for. Bam. Why give me that? That's not what I want. No, that's not what I want either. Give me that one. Thank you. FLEG. Hyphen meaning. This is fusion light energy gain. Fusion light energy gain. Uses itself in nuclear reactors. Now, fusion light energy gain refers to an amount of energy released from a nuclear fusion reactor comparing to the energy required to initiate it. Yeah, I love all that stuff at the end of the day. You know, I actually studied that, right? Heavy water, all that stuff like that. The plutonium-235, all that stuff. I was curious exactly how nuclear energy actually worked. Yeah, so I know a bit about that stuff. It's really interesting when you think about it. It's fascinating. Do you have any idea like how much knowledge a search engine has on it for you to learn? I mean, I could learn all day long. Pretty much grab a bag of popcorn, better just be looking up all kinds of crazy stuff at the end of the day. Now, how drawbridges are made, how castles are built, the first toilets, first bathrooms, all that crazy stuff, first plumbing. Yeah, pretty interesting stuff. Surgical equipment, stuff like that, like crazy stuff that people don't even think about. Who made the first plates and forks and cups? Who made glass? Stuff like that. Stuff I find really, really interesting. How do people get warm, keep warm in the 1800s or in the 1600s or in the 1500s? So yeah. And you know something, at the end of the day, people think castles were so majestic and beautiful, whimsical. Yeah, if you only knew. If you did the research and you knew what castles really were, castles were disgusting. They were filthy. Not like Frozen, I'm sorry. The burst someone's bubble, but it's not like Frozen when you got these beautiful, shiny floors and all. No. They're infested with rats. they're infested. They smell because there were no bathrooms. The only people who had bathrooms were literally pretty much the king and the queen, and that really wasn't a bathroom to tell you at the end of the day, but it was close enough to a better bathroom than most people had. And then they had their concubines and their servants, and servants. So there's no way in the world you could have that many bathrooms in that place for all those people. So guess where people went? Everywhere and anywhere. So the place smelled like 24/7. And of course, yes, it's drawn on rats, disease, and infections, and everything else that went on in there. Yeah, castles weren't what you people thought they were. It's an interesting theory. And you got people get sick and they throw up and all that stuff. It's just nasty. It was just one big giant toilet. That's what it was. Yeah, just a lot of stuff that went on. I don't know, when do we get plumbing? We didn't have plumbing anytime soon. But most people are using outhouses, by the way. Some people do houses, by the way. But yeah, I just found that interesting. And they cook with a lot of coal. A lot of coal is poisonous. And you had the Industrial Revolution. Basically, a lot of these factories and stuff were running off fossil fuel and coal. You had trains that were running off coal. It destroyed the ozone layer. So if you want to sit there and say, we destroyed the ozone now? No. The Industrial Revolution destroyed that mess. And the day, all those trains around shooting all that freaking fossil fuel. And then the manufacturing era. Yeah, that did all that damage. It just pretty much tilted right over the side. Let me see right here. Fusion light energy. Yeah, it's pretty interesting at the end of the day. Yeah, it dawned on me to all the studying I do at the end of the day that didn't realize that 4th of July is, not our holiday. Technically, it's not. It just really isn't. Due to history, 1776, black people were still slaves. So, no. It was Juneteenth, I know they call it. They were definitely right on that. It was like 18 something. What was it? I remember those dates. When blacks were free from slavery. Let me see, 1865. So 1865, basically, African Americans were somewhat free from slavery. So in 1776, that wouldn't be our Independent Day because we were still technically slaves at that particular time. So actually, when you add all that up, that's true. And then the interesting thing about 1976, pretty much that war went on because basically it had everything to do with taxes and freedom, which I find interesting because you pay for taxes on a holiday that you went to war for not paying taxes, which is interesting because Hank Hill kind of brings up in King of the Hill. I thought it was funny. You know what's messed up, Bobby? The fact that we have to pay taxes. It's funny. It's true. It's funny. We have to pay taxes for a holiday about not paying taxes. You ever think about that? Yeah, the very fireworks that you're using to celebrate, yeah, you pay taxes on that. And tea is still taxed, by the way, which is funny. But all that because everything in England went haywire and they were sick and tired of paying taxes on this, the stamp tax. There was a lot of tax. They were just taxing stuff like crazy, like left and right. It was just totally bizarre. It was just going through the roof with it. I mean, at least it's more regulated now, but they were just going to town with it. And they got tired of it. You know what? We're done with this. We're leaving. Yep. History is really, really messed up. It is really, really messed up. The stuff that you get in school, that's nothing. Dark history, on the other hand, oh my goodness, it's really bad. It's really, really bad. Yeah. Stole the land from the Indians. Yeah, technically, yeah, they stole the land from the Indians. And it was their land to begin with, and they took their land from them. And then they figured the rest of them were savages. That's what they called them, savages at the end of the day, because they didn't really understand their culture or their belief or anything. So since it wasn't part of their culture and belief, they were considered to be registered as savages. So if they fought back, they were considered to be the enemy of the state. So they brought the military in to wipe them out. It didn't sound so pretty, does it? It's not pretty at all, period. It's very awful. Feel sorry for them at the end of the day because, again, they were cheated badly. Just imagine that. Someone coming to your house, kicking your door, stick a flag in the middle of your freaking living room and say, get the freak out. And if you resist them, they go to war with you. Yeah. They bring in their army. That's pretty much what happened. But people want to ignore that. People want to ignore history. That's what they do. They ignore it. They ignore all the bad parts of it and just remember the good parts of it. And that's what that comes down to. Christopher Columbus, it's a joke at the end of the day. Because again, how do you discover something that somebody was already living on it? Just wipe out an entire race of people and pretty much their cult, their history, and everything about them. You're just going to wipe them off? Come on now. History is dirty. It is. There's some good parts of it. There are. And there's a lot of bad parts of it too. A lot of bad parts that went on about history. That's, man, at the end of the day, been warring since day one. Yep. Whatever they want, if they got more power, they will try to conquer and take it. That's what it comes down to. That's messed up. But anyway, yeah, I studied dark history. And there's some other parts I studied about, basically about travel, because I'm curious about how long did it take someone to travel by boat from A to B, or by stagecoach. How long did it take for mail to get from A to B? You know, stuff like that, like the stuff we take for granted today, on how hard it was back then. Boy, if you knew what boat travel was like on one of those boats, it was pretty horrible. It was so bad I couldn't even get through it. I literally could not get through the documentary. It was too much. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it. It was just too freaking much. I couldn't do it. It was just horrible. Absolutely horrible. A lot of things went on boats. A lot of people don't realize. You see them beautiful Mayflowers and beautiful ships sailing through, and people are like, wow, it must have been beautiful back then just to be on a ship and sail and see the beautiful seas. Yeah, a lot of mutiny went on. Mutiny, cannibalism, death, diseases, all kinds of stuff went on. Murders, rapes, everything went on them boats. Yep. Pretty jacked up. And you go over with your family, and most of them not coming back with you. You literally have to throw people off at sea. Can't leave them on the boat. You know what I mean? You'll draw rats, and I don't even know how the freak did rats come on a boat to begin with. They had to come in the cargo. They had to. I don't know. It just baffles me on that one right there. But yeah, you're going off to sea, and your wife and your kids don't make it. They're in the ocean. You just make it. That's a mess. Oh, I mean, yeah, a lot of that crazy stuff went on. A lot of crazy stuff went on in boats. Titanic don't got a pretty history either. No, messed up stuff went on in that boat too. On the top of that, they locked all those people to make room for the rich so they can have a lifeboat. They locked all those people down in those boats. It's just messed up, boy. Told you. Did you ever watch the whole documentary, not the movie version, the entire documentary on the Titanic, on how it all first got started? There was so much embezzling, robbing, stealing, cutthroat going on when they were building that boat. It wasn't even funny. On how many corners they cut when they built that thing. It's unbelievable what went on. And then they charge people all this money to get on this boat, and they lock those people down there to die. Well, like I said, they're going to have to pay for it one way or another. They didn't make it off that boat. One way they're going to pay for it. They're going to pay for it in the next life. They'll pay for it here, one or another. But that was messed up. Yeah, it killed all those people. All those people. That woman sat there with her kids. They drowned to death. Her and her kids drowned. They knew what they were doing. So they can basically, that one guy basically dressed up like a woman. So he can take another person's seat. Yeah, just, man. Shot each other, killed each other, murdered each other for those boats. Yep. See the true side of people. You will. The human race isn't a pretty thing. It really isn't. It's not a pretty thing. And of course, yeah, there are a lot of people who have done good to even that all out. There's a lot of bad stuff that went on in history and all that. Great. It's interesting how in school they can't tell you what really went on in history. They can't tell you that stuff. They can't. And kids will be scarred for life. They can't tell them that stuff. You'll find out later on as you start studying more and more about history. You'll find out some really jacked up stuff that went on. Yep. I feel for the Indians because I couldn't imagine owning all of this is mine, owning it and being told at the end of the day I can't go somewhere that this is my land. That's like if somebody came to DR or Mexico and just wiped out all of you and told you had to get the freak off of Mexico, leave. I don't care how much of your heritage or your people are there or whatever, you got to go. Can you imagine that madness? Yeah, they did it in America. Yep. Yes, they did. But people want to deny it like it never even happened. Oh, it didn't happen. It wasn't like that. It never happened at all, period. Okay. Whatever. Bum, 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 bum. And even after basically slavery was supposed to be abolished in 1865, technically it really wasn't. It was still there. Racism was definitely still there. I love when people get into my, oh, racist doesn't exist anymore. Oh my goodness, really? You really believe that at the end of the day? What rock did you crawl from underneath of? Yeah, it's still there. This is racist not only against black people, it's racist just about everybody. There are people who don't like Irish. There are people who don't like Italians. There are people who don't like Koreans. There are people who don't, when you had basically, was it World War II? I think World War II was against Japan. Let me check on that real quick before I actually start mentioning stuff. World War II about Japan. Yeah, World War II was about Japan. World War I is basically about, it was about Germany. Yeah, World War II was about Japan. And you know, they hated the Japanese, the ones that were over here, that were born in America, that they treated them like dirt and trash because they thought that basically they were a part of all that. Yeah. But you can't say everybody was like that. Now in history, you have jerks. You're going to have people that are stand up and believe in the cause that every man should be treated equally. And then you got jerks at the end of the day who believe at the end of the day that their race and their race only should be the only one that should survive. Yeah, God knows you, by the way, just to let you know that. And when you pass over to the next life, so does the devil. And he will be the one to greet you when you pass over. So good luck with that one. Yep. A lot of people think that they killed people in the civil rights movements and they murdered somebody and they think they got away with it. You didn't get away with anything at all. God saw what you just did, and so did the devil. So when your time comes to leave off this earth and you pass over to the next life, you will meet the one that you will be serving for eternity, and it won't be God. Because it's in the Bible that thou shalt not kill, and you broke a commandment. A very serious one at that. So unless you repented, went to jail, and basically did your time and got out and everything and became a saved man, then yeah, you're on your way to heaven. But if you basically took that sin to your grave thinking you got away with it, you didn't get away with anything at all, period. As a matter of fact, things are going to get a whole lot worse for you when you wake up on the other side and you realize what's waiting for you over there. Worst thing possible imagine you could ever think of. That's why I'm saying you got people out there that are people of power who think they have control and they can do whatever they want and no one can touch them at the end of the day. Yeah, well, that thing that's whispering in your ear that's telling you to do all these bad things to people is waiting for you to come on the other side, because when you see what's going to be talking to you, it's been talking to you. Yeah, I couldn't imagine that. I couldn't imagine somebody at the end of the day thinking a dictator who has all this power that he can do whatever he wants to do. You're not doing what you want to do. You're a puppet. You're a puppet to the devil. And when the devil gets you over there alone with him, he's going to show you what you really are. You don't have any power over there at all. And scream and scream and scream and scream and scream and scream and scream. I'm mad. I couldn't imagine the horror. Scream and scream and scream and scream and scream. That's their first reaction. It's a scream, but there's nowhere to go. And I couldn't imagine the hideous things that must be over there looking at what nightmares are made of. I couldn't imagine. And that's going to be eternity forever. Whew, no way in the world. Yeah, I get my act together. I'm glad I got my act together. You know, I've been told this a dozen times when I was basically out there sinning that, yeah, you mess around, you end up getting killed, you can go straight to hell. And what's going to happen is you're just not going to get that second chance that you need to go to heaven. I ain't going to die. Nobody going to kill me. Anything could happen to me, literally. Anything could have happened to me. And thank God that he came in and he saved my life from all that nonsense and put me back on the right track. Fusion light energy gain. I'm so happy because of that. Because he could have easily just let me go and I could have been killed. The most violent neighborhoods other than Strawberry Mansion area. Most violent neighborhood you can live in. Right in the heart of North Philadelphia in the 80s when crack first came out. I was living in Strawberry Mansion. Ask anybody from Philadelphia about Strawberry Mansion. It's the most violent neighborhood in Philadelphia at that particular time. So now they rebuilt it and everything. But at that particular time, in the 80s, oh yeah, it was ultra violent neighborhood. People got murdered every day. And we were blessed, and we talk about that as adults now, that we lived through all that. And my mom got out with all her kids. A lot of people didn't get out. I've been to a lot of funerals. I've been to so many funerals at one point, I just didn't go anymore. I couldn't deal with it anymore. I just couldn't take it anymore. One minute you're shaking hands with your friend, and the next minute he's in a box. Went to the store to go pick up something, wrong place, wrong time, and got killed. Imagine being a mother and all that. Imagine every time you hear a gunfire break loose and your kid's out there in the street and you're thinking that it might be one of them. You might be one of that mother to walk up on your kid and he's covered over with a sheet. Fusion light energy. You reach my age at 55 years old, soon to be 56, and you realize you lived through all that and you are alive when a lot of your friends didn't make it. Let me see if you light energy. Yep. A lot to be thankful for. The entire time I denied God. Nothing to do with him. I didn't want to be a Christian. Other Christians are brainwashed. I want to be a Christian. And through all that, denying him, he still saved my life. Let me see. Fusion light energy gain. Transparent surface only. That should not be right there. That should be, because that's the surface information. That needs to be separate there. All right, this will work for right now. 10:21, leaving the office late. All right, let me go save this, because I'll be here all night. I'll be caught up in this and I'll be working all night. I know myself in the day. I can't wait to come back in and finish this. So I'm going to go back and drop on my VRs. I got the Oculus 3. I bought them suckers. Yeah, I got them in my home front. Strap those suckers on and basically watch a movie. Where is Taco? The Taco's in his little hut. Alright, let me go save this file. Wait, no. First, let's dress it up a little bit because I can't stand this font. This font looks horrible. I hate the font. Let's get it over to George. George. There we go, George. Clean this up a little bit, make this look much better. There we go. That looks much better. Alright. Now we can go save it. Let's go save it to our file. Save as. And we're going to put down what it is so I can find it. Lose it in there somewhere and can't find it. Let's see, so it's FLE. FLE. Can we space this or can we not? We can space it, right? Invisible. I love this stuff. I can't wait to start working on it. And yes, the game is almost done. Finished. And still working on this technology. Right here. This is going to involve all the stuff we've been buying. So the work at do the mapping and all that stuff. As soon as I figure out, I'm going to go tomorrow morning and get like 3 gallons of water. So I can basically drop one of these things in water and basically shoot an image through it. I don't want to do a Big Daddy on the water. Big Daddy. Let me see. Let's see. Is it right in there? It says ITY number 1. And let's get block. 3, 5. Should put a bleed-through process in this thing. We put a bleed-through process. It'd be pretty cool because then you could do the rear projection screens. I don't think about that one. Rear projection screens. Put a bleed-through process on it. So usually when we make rear projection technology, it doesn't come in quarts. It comes in gallons only. The reason why, because when we spraying this on, and some people may use more than they have to, and so that way you need enough paint to just mess around with. Boy, this front projection looks amazing. Gee, that's gorgeous. So this is already done. This has already saved the file. So that's basically about it. Time for me to go. Hope you enjoy. We'll be back in here tomorrow, probably around like 7 o'clock, because I got something I gotta do. And yeah, we'll be back in here tomorrow. Freaking love it. Looks gorgeous. All right, gotta go. God bless.